Hey everyone, it is October 3rd. A few days ago or a little bit ago, we talked about Jesus. We talked about Jesus. I think was the name of my first lesson for October, I believe it was. Anyways, we talked about the fact that Jesus inquires, that Jesus instructs, and Jesus intrudes. And what did we say he intruded on? He intrudes on the world's system. He interrupts the world system, which is deeply rooted in us, whether we want to believe it or not, whether we even immerse ourselves into it intentionally. It is in and around us. We are inundated by it. So he interrupts or intrudes on the world system to offer an alternative for us. And his intrusions are his word and his way of doing things, which are higher and greater than our way of thinking and our way of handling things. And this is one of those hot buttons. I don't know that I've ever taught on this, so I hope that I do it well, and Lord, help me do it justice. But this verse has been totally misconstrued and twisted around for, actually, I believe on both sides. I believe that the non-Christian and those that are living in the world system, the people that are outside the church are going, well, you're not supposed to judge. Who are you? You're not supposed to judge. But then we also have the people that are Christians that go, oh, yes, I can judge. Oh, yes, I am judging. So we've got high and mighty extremes on either side. And Jesus doesn't take either of those sides. He's not extreme on either of those. What he's extreme on is love. And love doesn't necessarily mean approval. Let me say that again. Love doesn't necessarily mean approval. I love my children, but I don't approve of everything that they do. But I'm not going to stop loving them. I'm sure my son, this is a very simple, basic example, and I'm sure he wouldn't care that I'm telling you this, but we did not want him to buy a motorcycle. Never. We taught him very clearly, we don't want you to buy a motorcycle. We don't want you to have a motorcycle. They're dangerous. We don't want you. And it's not his inability to ride. He's been riding and maneuvering dirt bikes and ATVs and lawnmowers and tractors. And I mean, my goodness, he can drive a backhoe and a front hoe and all kinds of equipment. There's not such things as front hoe. I just totally made that up. But he knows how to do all that kind of stuff. So it's not his ability or his inability. It is everybody else's. So we're just like, no. Well, he decided to get one, and he didn't tell us. And we found out in a roundabout way. Long story, and I'm not going to get into that. But the point is, I didn't stop loving my son. Scott did not stop loving Griffin, but we didn't approve of what he did. We didn't approve of him having that. And I will say, we let him know often, not in an ugly way, but hey, and we'd fill in the blank or use whatever opportunity we had as an example. You can love people who do things you don't approve of. You know how I know that? Because we are made in the image of Christ, and Christ did that every day. In fact, Christ does that every day with you, and he does that every day with me. He loves me, but he doesn't approve of everything that I do. So love doesn't mean approval. And this is not a blanket statement for someone to say, all right, we just have to give universal acceptance to everybody for everything and every way of thinking and every way of living, because Jesus says, that I'm not supposed to judge. Actually, he doesn't say don't judge. He says, don't judge, do not judge others, and you will not be judged. He says, for if you judge, you will be judged, assuming you are judging, you're going to be judged by the standard that you judge others. So he's not saying don't judge anyone. He's saying, be careful. Be careful. Because how you judge someone else is going to be how I judge you, in the manner of which you will be judged, not only by God, but hey, by other people, right? So God says, or Jesus says clearly, I would be getting the log out of your own eye before you worry about that speck in someone else's eye. So he's giving very clear instructions about how to judge, or might I say, what word did I use here in my notes? I can't even find it. Examine. That's not the word I was thinking about, but I do know it's in my notes. Examine others. Be very careful. There are times when first off, hold on, stop. Press stop there. We are going to have to judge people and examine people, because we need to know whether or not we need to be in business with them, or in a relationship with them, or be involved with them in any way. Examining is different. Judging is different than being jury. We're not called to be jury. We're not judge, jury, and executor. Executor. We're not. We do need to judge or examine people and their situations to determine whether or not their behavior, their decision, their lifestyle is in alignment with the life that I'm living, the life that I've chosen to live. Because darkness should not be united with light. Now, light can be around darkness, yes. But up in business with darkness, no. No. We were created separate, to be separated from the world. So this is a very fine line. This is a very critical and crucial teaching and discipline that we need to get a handle on. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to say it. Help me. I'm afraid that many churches have gone way too far to where, well, come on in. Come on in. Let's bend this. Let's see how far we can bend what God said, and how many exceptions can we make? How many ways can we soften this? How many synonyms can we think of, or how many ways can we reinterpret this? They've gone too far. With the loving means approving. It does not. And loving also doesn't mean accepting. It means loving. Yes, we can still serve. Yes, we can still love. But we don't accept the behavior, and we don't approve of the behavior. And we certainly do not unite with the behavior. We break this command. This was from David. This was from Enduring Word. We break this command when we think the worst of others, only speak to others of their faults, judge an entire life by its worst moments. I am so guilty of that. That one hit me right square between the eyes. Do you see the little imprint where it hit me right there? I'm just kidding. Judge the hidden motives of others. We judge others without considering ourselves in the same circumstances, or we judge others without being mindful that we ourselves will be judged. So how do we handle these judge lest ye be judged moments? Well, first and foremost, Jesus says, examine yourself. And it doesn't mean going, yeah, okay, I'm not like that. No. Critically, can we critically examine ourselves? Not without help of Holy Spirit, and not inviting Holy Spirit to help examine, for us to help examine ourselves. Psalm 139, 23 and 24. Examine me, O Lord. Test me, O Lord. Show me anything that's upside down, that's not right way. That's my paraphrase. That's not in agreement with you. Show me my sin. Pray that prayer. And I guarantee you, if believers would start praying that prayer, there'd be a lot less finger pointing going on. Ask God to help you remove the speck from your eye. Actually, it should be log. The log that comes out of our eye. Carefully examine their fruit. Really look at their fruit. If they are bearing fruit, maybe they're just caught up in the wrong thing at the wrong time, and God is bringing you into their life to show the light. Ask God to show you how to demonstrate love and grace without offering approval. God, help us to show love. Teach us how to demonstrate love without offering approval. Tough topic today. I don't really know how to wrap that one up. Just tough. It's tough. It's tough. Because there was only one perfect person who ever lived, and his name was Jesus. And the last time I looked, I wasn't Jesus. So I just need to be really careful. Be very, very careful. And look at myself in the mirror and go, yeah, I got a big old log in my eye. I better just keep my mouth shut. Show me how to love. Show me how to love, Lord. Show me how to love. Y'all take care. See you next time on Read Through the Word.